guys. So I'm in the middle of shaving my face, and I thought I should do like a skincare video with you because that's what I'm doing right now. And the video that I was going to post a little bit ago, like it just like wouldn't work. Like the file got corrupted, so that's super fun. We might have a little guest here because I'm turning the sink on and off. I also feel like in my bathroom, because the lights are like so freaking bright, I look like not only I'm balding, because like my hair's blonde. But like I just feel like super washed out. So I've had like one hell of a week. I don't know about you guys. Just like not like crazy stressful, but like a little stressful. If you think I'm shaving my face funny, it's probably because I am. I never like learned how to shave. Like no one ever taught me. So I just shaved the same way like I would shave my legs or like my private areas. So I feel like it's the same, at least for me. But and like I've been growing a lot more facial hair recently. I feel like, so I've been shaving a lot more. Like this is the third time I've shaved this week. Sorry, I'm like a little stuffed up. But anyway, so my schedule at work keeps getting like super fucked up, and I shaved part of my mustache on accident. Oh well, not like you can see it right now. I haven't dyed it in like a few weeks. But like my schedule has been getting messed up because I'm a full-time college student and I also work. I'm supposed to be working full-time, but they don't schedule me full-time hours. And now that it's like Q4, like this is the busiest time, you know, because we have like Christmas and Thanksgiving and Halloween. So normally what they'll do, by the way, I wasn't using shaving cream. I was using the CeraVe Renewing Essay Cleanser because I think shaving cream is a waste of money. So I'm gonna rinse my face. But so I've been like scheduled more hours than I normally am, which like I'm not complaining at all because hello, I'm poor. But they've been scheduling me on days that I've been using for like class. So I went ahead and I was like, hey, can I change my availability so I'm not available on Saturdays? Like I'll work longer shifts on like my weekend, like my weekdays to make up for that, because like I really cannot work those days. So I'm not gonna shave your face with my razor because I only have one razor, but I do have these facial derma blades. So I'm not gonna shave your whole face, just like some longer hairs. Because even before I started shaving and growing like a lot of facial hair, I would dermablade my face in areas where I'd get like ingrown, so like around my eyebrows and like right around here, my cheek. So that's what I'm gonna do for you. But so I'm gonna start right your eyebrows. But so I like talked to my HR about it and I put in that availability, and she was like, you're required to work one weekend day. And I was like, can you point that out on like the company policy, because I'm not seeing that anywhere. Tell me why. She goes, well, it's not company policy, it's just an expectation. And that really pisses me off, because when I got hired, I specifically told them I was a full-time college student and that I was going to need some flexibility with my hours, maybe not right away, but eventually, because of classes. I know you might be thinking like, Max, why do you have stuff to do on Saturdays and Sundays for school? It's because I take an online college, so the due dates for stuff and like lectures they want you to attend are normally on the weekends, because it's supposed to be like work around like the average 9 to 5, and most 9 to 5s you don't work weekends, so that's why. I'm really sorry I'm stuffed up. But so I was like explaining that to her, that I have like like due dates and lectures on days that most college students wouldn't because they don't do online. And like whenever a college student, I'm gonna rinse this. Whenever a college student like needs their availability change, she does it like no questions asked because hello, they can't control like their classes or whatever. She pulls me in her office, she's like, I just can't do it because of the expectation or whatever. So I've been literally every week that I'm scheduled on Saturday, which by the way, like if it was like a short shift, like just to 12:30, I would normally try and swing it because it's a short little bit shift. Like I can do that, that's whatever. But like anything else, like I cannot do that. Like they've been scheduling me like 3:30, which is an 8-hour shift, and I'm like, I can't do that. Like stuff I have to do that day. So every week I've been coming in and being like, I can't work, and then them like being pissed with me. We're gonna do a face mask. It's a teacher one. They're like pissed with me that I can't come in, but I'm like, I already told you I can't come in, so I really don't understand why you're pissed with me. Ew, this one's like a lot darker than the other one that I did. And it just like, it was pissing me off, and so I went into work. I like left my HR person a note on Tuesday, which is the first day I come in for the week, and I was like, hey, just to let you know, like, sorry if you're scratching. Okay. And pause this. And put my own on. I like let her know that I need to be taken off the schedule because I cannot work. And she was trying to be like, she had my team lead try and guilt trip me. Oh, this feels so nice on my face. I just got out of the shower, if you can't tell by my wet hair. Wow, I look actually insane. But she tried to get my like team lead to guilt trip me by like saying that they really need me there, and it's unfair to my other coworkers that I can just say that I can't come in, blah 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 blah. And I'm just like, I literally am required to be at this class. Like I don't know what you're expecting me right now, like expecting from me, because I already explained to you like 3 weeks ago that this was something that we were gonna run into if you didn't let me change my availability. And like they're just being so fucking annoying. And so finally Friday afternoon comes and I'm so pissed off. Like I am feral because like I was just so much at my boiling point that like I was like laughing because I just thought it was so fucking ridiculous that like you're really trying to get me to pick a participation grade or like my attendance at work, and I'm not doing that. Like that is so I was like telling my team like that I'm gonna go to ethics if she doesn't speak to me today or like tries to. Oh my god, why was that so hard to do? It's not like it stays there, it just gets on my lip and bothers me. This has like actual tea tree like leaves in it, so that's kind of neat. I feel like tea tree is really nostalgic to me because my grandma would put tea tree oil on me like all the time as a kid. I don't remember why, but I know it had some use. But yeah, so like it just was like so frustrating, and I literally was like telling my coworkers I'm probably gonna get fired because I'm just so fucking irritated. Like I'm so irritated that like if I get sent into her office, I'm probably gonna cuss her out because I'm just so pissed. Like I don't care what her issue is. She'll change anybody else's schedule. She'll work with them. And I also know that there are plenty of people that don't work weekends, but I'm expected to. And so it's like an hour or so before I'm supposed to leave, and she walks out to the sales floor and she goes, hey, and I'm like, hey, it's my HR rep. And she's like, I just want to let you know I took you off the schedule for this this Saturday. And I was like, okay, as you should, because I would be really pissed off if you didn't. And she was just like, yeah, I'm really sorry I didn't talk to you sooner. I just have been really busy because we had like these walkthroughs and stuff. Because like they supposedly were supposed to having like some really important people walk the store, which by the way is not true because I know that they didn't come in, so I don't know why she felt the like need to lie to me. Like, and so she's like coming up with bullshit. She's like, don't worry about like, you know, this Saturday or last Saturday, like I got it taken care of, which yeah, you did because it's your job. Like, I don't know, I just like, I'm past formalities at this point. I'm like really upset. And then I was like explaining to her that even though I just changed my availability and she approved it for her, instead of not coming at all, I just would come in at 12:30. I was like, there's still gonna be Saturdays I cannot come in at all. And she was like, no, I totally get that. And I was like, okay, like just be prepared. Like when I say I cannot come in, like I cannot come in. And she was like, for sure. And like it was just so like surreal, like to have this conversation, like that I was like mentally prepping myself to go off on and not doing so. And then my coworker who was like standing away, like was watching the conversation happen, said that she was like shaking. I'm gonna probably peel this off because mine's drying out on my forehead, and if it's not gonna stay, I'm not gonna keep it on. But yeah, I think this is cool. It does smell really good, like tea tree. But I'll keep yours on for another bit or two. And like, I'm just like pissed. And she was like, yeah, she's shaking, like when she was speaking to you, because like I think she has some severe social anxiety, and like she doesn't like holding people like accountable for anything or whatever, which is like, I can't clown because I have social anxiety too, but like if you cannot do your job because of your anxiety, you should not have your job. Like I just am like, okay, like I have a hard time having sympathy for you because you have no sympathy for any other person on this planet but yourself. So like I just was really fed up. So I didn't go into work today because today's Saturday, and I did all my classes. I'm still working on homework, but I'm almost finished with my first class homework, which is good. But because like I'm writing basically a short paper, and then I have to work on my next one, which is another short paper, and then I think it's a discussion post. Okay, I'm gonna toss this. I don't know why this one is like brown. The other one wasn't as brown. I'm gonna pat my face off because this is kind of sticky. Alright. And I'm gonna rub the excess into your skin. But like, it was just really fucking frustrating to wait all week for a response and stressing about it all week when she could have just fucking, you know what I mean? Like she just should have came to me the first day that I left that note because she was there every day this week. So it was just really frustrating, obviously. And then school has been like really like frustrating as well. Like I'm pretty sure one of my professors is like a racist, and I don't like throwing that out very, like, just like I don't like doing that, like accusing somebody of feeling that way or whatever, unless I feel like there's a good amount of evidence. And so my evidence is, sorry, I'm like rinsing my hand because it's like sticky. My evidence for this is, so this is my humanities professor. I'm also gonna use, I think it's gouache tool. I hate that I'm not familiar with the pronunciation. Like it's so easy to just Google it. So like we're picking creators that are culturally significant and have culturally significant works, and then we're doing a deep dive and like presentations on them and stuff like that. So I picked Miles Davis for mine, and a bunch of other people picked a bunch of different people. I don't think anyone picked the same one, which is I'm happy for. Because I hate when somebody picks the same thing, because then I'm like I only compare my work to them. I hate that. But he like will respond to every individual post and like let you know if you're on the right track, what you need to work on. For the past 3 weeks, not been responding to any of my posts. And I'm like looking to see if he's responding to everybody else's post, and just coincidentally, he's not responding to anyone who picked a creator that was non-white. Because if you don't know, Miles Davis is like a famous black trumpeter, like, and he like did jazz music. He's really cool. I really recommend you listening to some of his work, even if you're not like a jazz fan. Like his like his specifically, I think it's like the Feeling, or no, Kind of Blue album. It like has influenced multiple like genres of music and stuff like that. It's really cool. He's a really cool guy, and it just was like really weird that he wasn't like responding to anybody else. Like, it was weird, right? And so then, but I'm like, I'm not coming to like jumping to a conclusion or anything like that. I'm gonna pat your face down as well. And so then he finally responds to this girl. She did what's his name? He's a famous like writer for like Broadway and Lin-Manuel Miranda something. I always mess up his name. He's Puerto Rican, and he responded with like to her talking about Hamilton, because obviously that's what she's gonna pick, because that's it. Like, regardless if you like the show or him, that work is very culturally significant. Like, it's a very culturally significant work. Like, blow my nose, but I don't think it helped. But now we're gonna do some under eye like masks. So like she's talking about like why it's culturally significant, basically, and like how audience received it and stuff like that. You know, blah 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 blah. You know, boring stuff. But she did a really good job. Okay. And like, you know, everything she was saying was true. Okay. Alright, now I'm gonna do mine. And you know, whatever. And like, if to make sense of like what I'm about to say, if you don't know anything about Hamilton, the way it's culturally significant is its commentary. Like, it tells you everything historically that happened with like Alexander Hamilton and the founding fathers, but it also makes a commentary on racism and intersectionality and a bunch of other things by making the cast of Alexander Hamilton, like making the cast of Hamilton mainly non-white, and using like modern like music with also like traditional show tunes, obviously, with like R&B and hip hop, to make it appeal to like a broader audience. And again, like making that commentary on like racism and intersectionality and diversity, and it's very well done. Like, very well done. And like, that's what she was saying. And my professor had responded to her post, so I was curious what he had to say about it. And I shit you not, this man did not like say anything like positive about her post or anything that has to do with Hamilton in like any way, but started going on this like not necessarily race, but like racially charged tangent on how radical leftists are affecting history by taking down like statues of like I can't, he didn't give specific examples, but like statues of like conservative like people, which is funny because I feel like the only statues that have been taken down are of like Robert E. Lee, which is a well-known like racist person. So like, I was just kind of confused by that, because it doesn't take away from history. We know who he is. And I don't feel like most people really care about like statues per se, but it's like the commentary of having a statue of somebody that it's like talks about that their importance and maybe what they did is okay, and I can see why people would want that statue to be gone. So like, it was just really weird. Like he just like, when it was like literally 6 paragraphs long about how he was so mad. We're gonna put on some Heartbreaker Jelly Limp Plumping Mask. I'm just gonna use my finger. And it just like kept going and going, and it was like it got worse and worse as it was going. And I was like, holy shit, bro. Like, I don't know who's shitting your cereal about this topic, but damn. Because Hamilton has nothing to do, like, it makes a comment on racism, but it's not necessarily, like, out and about of, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he was just so, like, pressed. Now this is gonna, it's like a plumping mask, so it's gonna burn a little bit. I think it burns in, like, a nice way, though. I have like a chunk of glitter in my mouth, but like he just like would not shut the fuck up, and so I was kind of like gagged by that. I was not gonna lie. I was like, okay, whatever. Like, your opinion is your opinion. You know, I'm not gonna, like, I don't think that there's anything wrong with having opinions and having people, like, knowing people whose opinions differ than mine. Like, I live in the Bible Belt. Like, hello, I deal with that. Very similar opinions on a day-to-day basis. So it really didn't necessarily bother me on his opinion, but the way he was like presenting it on a topic that, like, I figured he was somehow going to relate what he was saying to her post, but he didn't. He did not. It was just like he was mad that people were taking down statues, like conservative statues. And I was like, bro, what? But that's not it. That's not it, right? That's bad. Like, it's kind of weird. But it didn't seal the deal, right? So we go to my next discussion post, right? And so our next discussion post, it's supposed to be, you pick a creative work that received some pretty heavy criticism in some way, shape, or form. And you talk about why it received criticism, if you agree with the criticism, and some other stuff, right? And so he always is like an example post. I almost never read them unless I don't know what I'm gonna write about, so I get some like inspiration. And like, I knew what I was gonna write about, but I wanted, because of what he just said, I wanted to see what he was gonna talk about. And he picks this post that's like called the last conservative artist, right? So he's talking about how like conservative voices within the art world are not normally heard from and stuff like that, which is not true. Like, I'm sorry, but that is so stupidly untrue. You see them everywhere. Me personally, I see them all the time. I drive to work and I see billboards upon billboards of artwork used for like pro-life like agendas, and like saying that holy matrimony is between man and a woman and a bunch of other stuff. So like, I don't no, I personally do not believe that, and I won't ever, because that's just not true. Now, it's an opinion, so I'm not gonna, like, that's just, it's his opinion to feel that way. Maybe he doesn't live in a very conservative area. I don't think that's true. I think he lives in Texas, which is pretty well known for being pretty conservative. So again, I don't find any issues with people being conservative. I just personally find a lot of people who do claim to be conservative to have very few redeeming qualities that would make me want to be their friend. And that's that. I can totally tolerate a different opinion. I'm not saying that I can't. It's just that some people don't know the difference between having an opinion and making their opinions like their entire life. Like, it's annoying as fuck. So I'm wiping off my mask because my lips are starting to burn. But so he starts talking. You know, that was the one that he posted about. Sorry, I'm gonna get it off. And how he feels as a conservative artist himself. He feels that way. And all this stuff, and he starts shitting on like people who are like, he starts being like a radical leftist. Oh my god. And then like, this would get gagging me. It was like in parentheses, like, and that's fine if you are. because, you know, he obviously cannot shit on like a political side as a professor, because he could get, like, maybe it'd be different if we were like a private university or whatever, but we're not, it's public. And so, so he has to like be like, oh, but that's okay. But also, and like, it was like, I had to scroll, like 2 giant scrolls. So it was probably like 6 whole like page scrolls till I got to the end. And like, oh, it was just this big long rant of like how he hates leftists and how he hates leftist artists, and how he truly believes that everybody who is leftist is just young people who, when they get older, are going to be Republican, which I find a lot of people actually have that opinion. So we're going to do these later, these little feet masks, but I just wanted to show you. It's winter times, my feet get like really dry. But so like that was his whole post, was not talking about why, like he didn't even follow his own criteria, which is what made me laugh more. He just like used it as an excuse to vent basically about how he hates like leftist people, which is, you know, again, something, it's not that I'm not used to or anything like that, but it was kind of fucking insane. Okay, let's do, we're gonna do some retinol. So I use retinol on my forehead and then right here on my crow's feet. I mean, I don't feel like I personally have a big crow's feet, but I know that like runs in my family really bad. So I'm just kind of preemptively working on that. I just rub it with my finger. But like I just was so like, and then it reminded me of when I first started this class, right? This is like the cherry on top for me. Because, oh my god. See, I told you I had confetti in my mouth. And then we're also gonna do some plant-derived squalene. Just a drop or 2 on my face. What gagged me the most was like, sorry, I'm like trying to laugh. So like during the beginning of your semester, you do like an introduction post, and where you talk about like, oh, my name is blah blah blah, my pronouns are blah blah blah. That's like a required post for you to do. So everybody has to share their pronouns. And he was like, I don't do pronouns. And you know, I'm thinking of it in a sense of, oh, he doesn't do pronouns as in like he's not binary. You know, so like I was referring to him as they and she, and that's probably another reason that he probably hasn't responded to me, because he was probably fuming that I was calling him a bunch of different like pronouns. But I thought it was because he wanted to, not because he was like trying to be an asshole. So I feel guilty for sure. Like, because like I never want to make someone uncomfortable. You know, that was not my point. So I felt kind of bad about it, but also like, bro, why would you say that if you didn't mean it? Like, I don't know, I was gagged. Now, you don't have any piercings, but I'm gonna put some Neosporin on my nose. I think I'm starting to get like a little keloid bump. So if anyone can give me any advice on what to do or not to do, I don't know if Neosporin's the right way to go. I probably should Google it, but like, I think it's because I've been rubbing my nose a lot more, because I been like, my sinuses have been kind of overactive because of the cold weather. So I think maybe it's from that. So I'm trying not to touch it as much, but like it's just so hard because I keep blowing my nose. So, but let me know if you know how to fight that. I don't know. It kind of looks like a zit too, so I'm just seeing if it goes away and I can pop it maybe. So I don't know, but let me know. So now we're gonna do some Kush Lash and Brow Serum from Milk. I've been using this for a while. I love it. Do you first? I don't know if you can hear her drinking out of the bathtub. Alright, I'm gonna put on your brows too. I just rub that in with my finger, so I'll just rub that in. So like that was like its whole like holy shit like moment this week. Because like again, it doesn't really change anything about like how I view this person or at all, but I'm just like, okay. Oh, and mind you, like the racism comment, like it comes from that long post about being a conservative artist, because he like brought up this like art piece that he really enjoys and how it got shit on by like leftists. And I looked at it, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was like what it was called. I'm sorry, I remember what it was because it was so disgusting. Like sorry, but I can absolutely see why people shitted on that. It was done by a white person, and they did like a piece. It was racist imagery, basically. That's all I'm gonna get into because I don't even want to describe it. It was just gross. It was a very racist, like caricature of non-white people, and he was like, "I think this piece is like a really great commentary piece of blah 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 blah." Yeah, you would think that as a white person, probably. Like, I was just so like, okay. Oh, now we're gonna do Vaseline all over our face to set everything in, because I get really dry at night. So like, yeah, I don't know, weird behavior. Put a little bit on my nose. I'm gonna do a nose mask before I go to bed, so I'm not gonna put it on right now. Maybe. Oh, I almost forgot to Vaseline you. Asshole moment. But yeah, so like that was kind of crazy. And then I started my nail page, you guys, on Instagram. I should have mentioned that earlier in the video, but it's okay. I have a few posts up there. I was gonna post again today, but I was trying to get the best lighting for this picture, and of course, the lighting was gone by the time I was like ready to get up and do it. So that sucks. But if you guys are interested in some custom press-ons, email me. I'm gonna put everything in my description, and I'll link it in the comments if you're interested. But yeah, that's super exciting. Prices are gonna be like super cheap. Like I think almost any set that you ask for is gonna be under $30. And then if you live in the state of Ohio, it's like super, not like in the state, but like near me, because I live in Ohio. If you can pick stuff up, it's like I'll like knock the price down lower because you can pick it up and you don't have to pay for shipping. But yeah. Oh, these are the nose patches I'm gonna be using. They're by the brand Peach Slices. I found them on TikTok and I love them. This is what they look like. They're like medically sterile. I love that. So I'll send you home with one, and then we can both do them later. So with our butt mask and our nose mask. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put on some Vaseline chapstick, or just put on this Vaseline. I use this on everything. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do some top surgery skincare while I'm here. I have been slacking. I am not gonna lie, like slacking. But that's on me. So I'm gonna take some vitamin E pills. Sorry if you can hear that motorcycle. So I just take one capsule. And I don't know if it's actually in here. I don't think so. I'll just use my tweezers, and I pop it with my tweezers because they're sharp. I know it's gonna fucking explode. I can feel it in my soul. Okay, I pop it, and then I just squeeze it out. This probably looks so nasty from this angle. I am breaking out really bad on my chest, so I apologize if that's nasty. And I just rub it in with my finger. Because if I rub it in with my like jade roller and the oil, like it catches on my body hair and it like rips it, so I don't do that. So that's the start. I am not seeing my derma anywhere. I might be out. I probably am out. Okay, so never mind. That's all I'm gonna do for my top surgery scars because I'm out of Stratoderm and Mederma, and that stuff is pricey. Like Mederma itself is like, for the tiny one, is like $20. Stratoderm, you guys, is like $50 for like this little bit of a tube, but it works really good. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed and had fun doing skincare and relaxing with me. If you have any video suggestions, please let me know. And again, you should check out my nail account if you're interested. I love you guys. Sorry if like this ramble was boring or I don't know, stressful. I try to talk about like relaxing stuff, but I also just like talking about my day. So I love y'all.